What is up, guys? It's your boy, I'm Killian here, and welcome back to another Storytime Sunday. This one is a bit different than usual. Usually I get a gameplay in advance and then later on I go and record the commentary. This time I am just doing it both at the same time. So this is a live commentary. I know my scores and gameplays have been a bit worse back then, but at least you see me feeling a bit more with the gameplay whenever I do get a good streak or something going. You guys will notice that. So honestly, the thing I'd like to talk to you about is things that happen, like little accidents that have been happening here and there on work, etc. I mean, if I was working at the supermarket, I have another video for you guys prepared over work experience, but this one I will just talk a bit in front, maybe say some things about what you can expect in that video, but I have had some little accidents going on here and there when I was working at a new job or working at some other jobs. I mean, whenever I did a paper round when I was younger, and when I did that, sometimes you had to wake up, or at least sometimes, 6 days a week, you had to wake up at 5:30 AM, get on your bike, and go and see if you can do the paper round. I mean, honestly, I didn't hate it, but 5:30 AM. I mean, you guys don't even want to know how early that is in comparison to what I can stand up right now. So whenever that happened, I mean, you just woke up. You just had to do, because it was your job. And oh my god, I should have had that guy. But that's just something I did. And then later on, oh my, he got me again. He got us all. He got like 4 people there. But that's just sometimes I woke up at 5:30 AM and I was thinking like, I don't want to wake up. Please, I don't want to wake up.
Enemy has Bravo.
Please, I want to stay in my bed. And then sometimes I would fall asleep again because my alarm would already been gone and it would have been go on snooze. And then I pressed the wrong one so it wouldn't go on snooze. And then I would get called at 6:10 AM. Where are you? It's been past the maximum limit of where you should be. You should already be at your work. I mean, you should be there at the maximum lateness of 6 AM. And then I arrived at like 6:20. I just stood up. I got on my bike. Didn't drink anything. Didn't eat anything. And just went out there. I mean, you guys must know under what circumstances I wasn't doing it though. I mean, it was one of the longest winters we had over here, probably in my last 10 years of living. I was 15 back then, and honestly, there was been snow on the ground for about a month or two. And yes, I think that's somewhat rare, but if you're from like Alaska or something, I have no clue where you guys are all from. It's normal, I know, but over here it isn't. And I had to do the papers in the snow every morning with like -10, -15 degrees Celsius. Honestly, I didn't hate that, but still, that's not the thing you want to do whenever it's early in the morning. And I was so proud back then that I haven't ever fell down on my bike while delivering all that in the entire year. And then, honestly, on 31 December, yes, the last day of the year, make a guess what happened. Yes, I fell down. It did hurt quite a lot, so it wasn't that funny, but honestly, it was just kind of strange that stuff like that happened. I even said it as well. I mean, I kind of jinxed myself over there then, of course. But I said, sorry about that. I said something about being, or having to do, not falling down. That was the best thing that has happened that entire year. Or, not in that way, but that was one of the things that happened that year, that I haven't fallen down. And I was kind of proud of that, especially because I had to be on my bike every morning through that weather. And that's just the one thing that was kind of strange, that it then must have happened the next day after that. But we are doing 2 on 8, so I should definitely focus a bit more on my gameplay. I mean, my kill death ratio is, what's it called? I believe it's like 2.6, and here I am doing 0.25. Very bad. Let's see, the enemies are camping though as well. We are doing so terrible. Let's see, do we have any other... I don't have any other classes on this account or on this but that's just... It was such bad weather outside for 2.5 months that I just sometimes was like, I don't want to go out of my bed, and I would just stay in bed. I'm just gonna join another quick real team deathmatch game. I'm sorry for that, I don't want to stay into a lobby with campers every time. But honestly, waking up every morning, 5:30 AM, straight, getting to work, delivering the papers for only an hour, then going back to home, have to go to school after, kind of tiring. But the one thing that I want to tell you was that I fell for... I delivered the papers for about 7 months or so, and in those last 3 months the weather was really bad and I haven't fallen down once. And then on the last day I fell down. I mean, I probably, what's it called? I didn't broke my wrist, but it was really sore for about a week or two or so. It wasn't really fun, but I have had some more work issues. I am now only working at a pet shop for about... I've been working there now for a month, maybe a month and a half, and honestly, on the first day, my tryout day, I had to give food to the little hamsters, and honestly, one bit me in my finger. It hasn't happened to anyone over there, but the hamster already said like, I hate you, probably in my terms. I mean, I was thinking like, this is probably going to happen a lot more often. So after that, I got more careful with that one hamster, and even I had to clean them. I'm recording this on Friday. I had to clean them yesterday, and that one hamster that bit me before, I mean, it's a woman, a gold hamster, whatever. I'm not certain how they're called over in America and England, but I had to clean them, and she was just going after my finger again and again and again. She was just trying to bite me again. It's kind of strange. Luckily it didn't happen again, but I think they just hate me. Oh right, we see a guy over there. But that's just some plain stuff that's been happening on work or on work sites. I've been working at the... what's it called? I've worked at a supermarket as well when I was younger, when I was 15. I'm 19 now, almost 20 even. And when I was working at the supermarket, you had like these iron cards, or iron like things where you need to travel the goods into the store with. And one of my co-workers smashed one of those things into my head. I mean, it just hit me straight up front, straight here. And I had like this giant bulb on my head, it was bulging. And I had to go to the freezers and get some ice cubes out and put them on the front of my head. I mean, it was just a strange things keep happening to me whenever I'm on a new job. I mean, it's just kind of strange, isn't it? Whenever you get up, that stuff like that happens. Hopefully it doesn't keep on happening, weird stuff whenever I do have a new job. And honestly, that's just kind of strange, isn't it? Don't you think that whenever I do get a new job, I wasn't even working at that long, I was working there for probably about a month or 4 or 5 at the supermarket when that happened, and I had like this giant bulb on my head, and it was really sore for the next 2 days. I mean, that's just random stuff that co-workers can do to you, so be careful with who you pick as your co-workers. Or with your co-workers just in general. I mean, they might just hurt you whenever they don't want to. It might be unattended though, but it can be attended as well. I mean, I'm not certain, but you just can get unlucky that you have one bitchy co-worker who'd like to hurt you. Honestly, I don't think they will, because then they'll just get fired straight away, but still, it's just about the idea, of course, that stuff like that can happen. So, be careful whenever you do get a new job. You don't want to make a really bad remark on yourself, on how you work, your work style, etc. Just get to work, do your stuff over there. I mean, that's just kind of 2 really small stories, or even 3, that have happened to me when I had a new job. I mean, we have been getting some weird stuff lately, and that hamster that I just had to clean yesterday as well, and that bit me, it's still looking at my hand every time whenever it goes into her cage. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna attack it, and honestly, I'm quite frightened that she would again, that whenever I would go and get my hand up close to her, that I would get bitten again. And it did really hurt a lot. I mean, you don't think that it would hurt a lot, but honestly, it does. It's a really small hamster, of course, and they do hurt a hell of a lot whenever they do bite you. I mean, they have like giant teeth, of course, and I believe it went into my index finger, and it hurt for about a week or 2. I mean, the wound was still visible after that, so I mean, that's probably too long, but still. That's just some kind of weird things that can happen whenever you go around and having a new job, doing stuff here and there. Just be careful with what you do. That's probably one of the things. Be careful with your colleagues as well. Because that one at the supermarket that bumped me into my head with just an iron, like, I don't know, drive card, somewhat, that looked like. For those of you who didn't work in the supermarket know what I'm talking about. Those of you that don't, just search it up, imagine a bit, and you'll know what I mean. Let's see, this gameplay is almost over though, and we have been doing terrible all my games. 9 on 7 isn't the score I like to get. I mean, I get a lot better scores when I am not commentating live. When I'm commentating afterwards, I mean, I can just focus on the gameplay. Now I have to focus on changing the things up in my mind as well, but I hope you guys enjoy all of these, and if you do, be sure to smash that like button down below. Be sure to subscribe to me if you're new here as well. And I'll definitely see you guys again in another video coming out tomorrow probably. I have no clue when this will be uploaded, even though I do, on Sunday of course, because it's a Storytime Sunday. But I'll see you guys again in the next video. This one is almost over as soon as we get this one kill. If we can get this one kill. We cannot. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new, subscribe. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. And I'll talk to you guys again next Sunday with another story. Bye bye.